Okay, here I am, New Orleans. And I know it's probably not one of the things New Orleans is known for, but I noticed it. The National World War II Museum. I've only been to the World War II Memorial that's in DC, so figured I'd go to this. It's early in the morning, so might as well try it out. D-Day's 77th anniversary was just a week or so back, something like that. What is today? Whatever. So I figured I'd check it out. It's early in Louisiana, so there's not much open at the moment, but this is open because the people who would go to this are early risers, people like me. Now, what they told us is that plane right there was actually flown at Normandy and dropped paratroopers. That boat was there, and that Spitfire flew over Normandy. It was used. No food or drink.
I was thinking D-Day.
George flew at the bridge front. Oh, let's see here. Let's go this way first. I don't like the train because while they get you to register these dog tags so you can follow slowly through, you don't. It doesn't. This is actually not really true. FDR publicly didn't want to enter the war. Privately, he did.
We once held war, claiming defense of our own people or our own homeland. Not a war, not for me. This time America should keep out, and I know I will. In the event of war in Europe, I think we should stay out of it.
I think they took that from Tor. No, this is actual footage, yeah.
I saw men all blown up, men with no legs on, men burned to death, men drowned in oil.
Two waves of Japanese planes attack American military installations at Pearl Harbor. In just 90 minutes, they sink or damage 21 ships and destroy 347 planes. Nearly 2,400 Americans are dead. Almost 1,200 wounded. The United States Pacific Fleet is decimated.
December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th,
I don't think it really does justice to the build up to the war because there were a lot of mistakes. Treaty Versailles, you could go into it, the cause of the German collapse, their rise. But I guess this is really about World War II, December 7th, 1941 to the end. I mean, because I'm a big, this is the kind of period of history I know a lot about. They really kind of generalized and skipped over a lot of stuff. But if it's really just to concentrate on the war years, I understand.
As President of the United States, I call that
But with our country in peril, the women of America rally to the support of their men.
Rationing. That's what people say when they say Americans have never, like, we've gone to war and we haven't had to sacrifice. In World War II, you got rations. And they only work. They only work and you have huge buy-in from the public. And the U.S., because of Pearl Harbor, was absolutely united into it. So they actually worked. I wonder if they'll talk about it.
All to defend a nation that refuses to
There was. No.
The irony couldn't be truer. As James Thompson writes in the Pittsburgh Courier, would it be too much to demand full citizenship rights in exchange for the sacrificing of my life?
Jobs are opening in all parts of the country.
African Americans who migrate out of the Jim Crow South are afforded new opportunities in the workforce by increased war production in these factories. But in Detroit in 1943, tensions simmered between white and black citizens over competition for jobs, housing shortages, and de facto segregation, erupted into riots. 34 people lose their lives, mostly African Americans, on a different kind of battlefield. So African Americans fix their sights on a double income, fascism abroad and racism at home. We Americans are a loyal people. So if we are willing to risk our lives for liberty and equality in our state,
When it comes to the Japanese internship, they were paid. It was completely wrong to do. More Japanese will come out than will go in because they won't be restricted on anything. So
especially for their children.
equating it, granted it was wrong, but it wasn't like what Germany was doing in any stretch of the imagination. And unfortunately, you do have to say, like, yeah, black Americans, I mean, we're definitely treated unequal back then. At the Japanese internment camps, like, people have done it, there was absolutely no chance of them being spies. None. They were tried and true Americans. And Native Americans, I mean, with the Windtalkers. In the Pacific Fleet, the Army just used, like, the Navajo, I think it was Navajo, or was it Cherokee, native language, and just had people who could speak it, give the codes. Japanese never were able to break it because they didn't know it was an actual language. There's an actual movie about it. It stars Nicolas Cage and someone else. Yep. Mines for the Tokyo War. Can you find any of these aircraft above? Not that accurate. The one problem we did have is that everyone was coming out of depression, and a lot of these people had malnutrition. In fact, when you look at the body mass index stuff, they're all based on 18-year-olds coming out of depression. Their statistics.
the south to the north.
Manufacturing. There's some crazy statistic, something like every 30 minutes or something like every 30 days, I think it was, the United States was making a frigate, like in the ship ports, something crazy. Munitions, yeah.
At the outset, Roosevelt demanded what seemed like the impossible: build 50,000 planes to fight this war. At a Douglas factory, a B-17 rolls off the line every 90 minutes, while the 42,000 workers at the Ford Willow Run plant build a new B-24 bomber every hour. Incredibly, in 1944, American workers doubled the recipe, manufacturing 100,000 planes in a single year. Ingenious new technologies and innovations
Not only supply our troops will keep our allies, Great Britain and the Soviet Union, in the fight. Stalin would have advised that without American aid, the Soviet Union would have suffered defeat. At home, the Marshall
In Germany, the leader in scientific innovation, the world's best physicists, now under Nazi rule, get to work unlocking the power of the atom. In America, the scientists, including top European physicists who fled the Nazis, learn of the groundbreaking discovery. They too embark on the colossal undertaking of harnessing the atom to create a weapon. Knowing that if the Nazis are first to transform the theory of nuclear fission into an actual explosion, Hitler will be invincible.
Not true. Some interesting stories about the United States and their production. In I think 1942, the Americans and the Soviets and the Allies basically meet. And the Americans just talk about their wartime numbers of what they're producing. And a Russian general stands up and says, "We've won the war," just because of how much they were producing. Also, when it comes to the atom bomb, the Nazi scientists were like, "Oh yeah, we could do it, but we have to delegate too much of our economy to doing it." So they never had a realistic shot.